Hi, I'm Aza. In today's tutorial, we are going to talk about how to edit portrait photo by using free Lightroom mobile app. Maybe you've been enjoying taking photo, especially portrait, and you want to edit them on your phone. Something like changing the color, playing with the contrast, or adjusting the light to have a better photo, or for fun, or for one and only Instagram. Going with a free app is a great place to start. Lightroom mobile take your photography to the next level. So without further ado, let's get started. So first you have to download the free version of the Lightroom app onto your iPhone or Android device. Then log in with your Adobe account. If you don't have an account, Adobe account is free. Just create an account and log in. Let's open Adobe Lightroom. Here we are at Adobe Lightroom mobile app. Now we have to import the image to Lightroom. On the bottom of the screen there are two blue buttons. First one has a plus sign, means you can add from your photo gallery. Tap on plus sign and find the photo. We want to edit these three portraits. So select them and tap on add button. So they are successfully imported. Go to all photo. Select the first portrait and let's start to edit. Here you can see set of tools to enhance your photo. First tap on light. Here selecting light shows a slider for exposure, contrast, highlight and more. I normally start with the exposure. Exposure adjusts brightness. As I move the slider to the left, the whole photo darken, and when you move the slider to the right, the whole photo bright. Something like here is perfect. We need a small exposure adjustment as it leads to dramatic changes. Let's move to contrast. Contrast refers to difference between the light pixel and dark pixel. Moving a slider to the left, something like here, decrease the contrast, which flatten the image. Light color looks darker and dark color looks lighter. It's better to move a slider to the right a bit. That's okay. You can see the difference before and after some edit. Already our photo enhanced. Next is highlight. Highlights control the brightness of the lighter part of your photo. It's all about controlling the detail in your photo. Move a slider to the left, something like here, increase the detail and darken the lighter area. But sometimes you want to decrease the detail, so move the slider to the right. Brighten the light area. Something around here is perfect. A bit more. I think is too much. No, it's perfect now. Can double check the before, after. It's perfect. Next is shadow. Shadow control brightness of the darker part of image. Move the slider to the right to balance the tone. Move the slider to the left to darken the shadow and decrease the detail. So for this photo it's better to move the slider to the right a bit more. Perfect. Based on your photo you can play with the white and black. I like to change a bit white, decrease the white, decrease the black, maybe increase the white. No, decrease is better, too much, less. Perfect. You can see we didn't add any dramatic changes, but we have already more attractive photo. So be careful with the exposure, not to add any dramatic changes. Let's move to color. Tap on color. Here you can see a slider from Temp, Tint, Vibrance and Saturation. Temp is all about how warm or cool the color in your photo. You can move the slider to the left and right. You can see the difference. Next is Tint. Tint is more about adjust how green or purple the color. You can move the slider to the left, more green, and to the right, more purple. So again, we don't want any changes here. Depending on your photo, if you have a sky or nature, tint may be useful. Next is saturation. Saturation controls the intensity of the color. In simple way, how much color you have is saturation. Easily you can drag the slider to the left and you can turn your photo to the perfect black and white and move the slider to the right to have a very warm photo. So move it back. Let's check the before and after photo. With some small changes, now we improve our portrait. So let's move to another one. Now you can tap on share icon and save to your device. So let's move to next portrait. Close this one, open the next portrait. Let's open it, perfect. So go to color. Here on top of the screen there is a colorful icon called mix. Tap on mix. Now you can see hue, saturation and luminance. Hue deal with the actual color tone of image. Saturation deal with power of the specific color. Luminance deal with the brightness of the certain color in the image. For this photo, we have something like a water on the back. What I want to do to emphasize on that water or blue color. You can easily select the blue on the top here, select the blue color and start to play with the luminance here. Move the slider to the right, something like that. There is nothing changed, but when you move the slider to the left, you can see you get the more blue on the background. So you can clearly see luminance deal with the certain color we want to change or improve. You can adjust the color directly on the image now. And let's back to a light, play with the exposure, contrast, play with highlight, play with the shadow, play with the saturation here, add a bit color. Now is better. You can see the difference, the before and after photo. So that's perfect. Let's tap on share, save to device and move to next photo. Let's open the next portrait. Tap on this photo and open it. Let's move to effect. Tap on effect. You can use texture to enhance fine detail. Here there is a difference between the texture and clarity. They are similar in that they function to bring out the detail within the photo. However, texture has less harshness to the photo, more suited result without affecting brightness or saturation. Texture focus on smoothing effect, something exactly we're looking for the portrait and what's important for us, smoothing the skin. Just zoom here. When you play with the slider, move it to the right, you can see the more detail on her face. But when you move the slider to the left, you have smoother. Let's do it again. Smoother face, and when move it to the right, the detail shows. So we move it to the left, something like that, to have a smoother skin. Let's zoom out and check the before and after photo. Before and after photo. If you still want to have some smoother skin, you can go to the detail, tap on detail, and go to noise reduction. Noise reduction is caused to losing some detail in the photo. But today we don't want to talk about what causes noise in the photo and any detail about that. Just we want to improve our portrait. Move the slider to the right. The only thing you can do is move the slider to the right and you have a smoother skin. Let's zoom and check the before and after photo. And you can add more reduction. Perfect. I hope you like this tutorial. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.